What's good with y'all, man? Today I'm gonna be showing y'all the best coach mid adjustments for Madden 21. New game, couple new changes with it. So I'm gonna help y'all know what's good, what's bad, what you should have on, what I use, and look, I know the good and bad. Trust me. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start off here on defense. I'm just in a little challenge because I'm not trying to do this in the game. I'm trying to explain everything. I don't want the clock running down on me. So here we go. First off, we got auto flip defense. This, believe it or not, I have this on in every Madden. All right, I have this on in every single Madden. I just always have it on. So and I win games. So what's the point of turning it off, right? Auto alignment. Leave this on default, because look, if you get to changing all this, it's gonna mess up your secondary. And if you leave it on default, because you're gonna be making adjustments at the line on defense, and if you have that on, it's just gonna fuck everything up. Leave it on default because you're making the adjustments at the line, so you don't want to touch that. Ball in the air on defense. I always have this on play ball because I feel like, you know, my defenders actually try to play the ball. If you put it on by play receiver, they're not really gonna go for the ball. They're more just gonna like try to make sure the receiver don't catch that shit. You put a swat ball on, they gonna swat it. You get it? I put it on play ball. I think that's the best one. I mean, it's not fucking up your team having it on. If anything, it's helping them. So come on now. Cornerback matchup. Beginning of the year, I always put this on by speed, just because I want my fastest DBs on their fastest receivers. That's what it is. Later in the year, when everyone's 99 speed, everyone's the same thing, I put my corners on by height. I want my biggest guy on their biggest guy. That's just what it is. But for now, I think you want that on by speed. If you put it on by overall, I mean, it's just, you don't really want to do that. By route running, I mean, I think that's just pointless. I mean, come on. By depth chart, that would just be whoever their number one is, your number one is. You know what I mean? But which for some people, you might actually like that. I want my fastest guy on their fastest guy. I would say if you're gonna go with anything right now for the beginning of the year, either put it on by speed or by depth chart, or don't touch it. It's up to you. So, all right, option on defense. If you leave it on balanced, nothing changed. Nothing happens, right? If you put this on conservative, this is basically when so if the quarterback's in shotgun, if they're in gun formation, right, and they're doing an inside zone, your defender off the edge, he's going to sprint all the way and try to catch the running back from the backside, which would leave the read option wide open for the quarterback to run, right? If you put that on aggressive, not conservative. I meant to say if you put that on aggressive. If you put that on conservative, it's going to take away the read option. Your outside DNs, linebackers, they're going to be sitting there just waiting, like, no. And so they're not going to chase the running back on the inside zone. I always put mine on aggressive, but if you're spamming the read option, then I'll put it on conservative. That's what I do, but that's basically what that is, all right? I usually have it on aggressive until they start spamming it. Strip ball, I always leave mine on balanced. You know, if you put it on aggressive, they're just always going to try to strip the ball. A lot of broken tackles happen with that, and especially for the beginning of the year, I don't think you want to have that on. If you put it on conservative, they're not going to try to strip, period. I just leave it on balanced. If you're going to try to strip them, go ahead, but I say leave it on balanced. It's the best one. All right, so tackling. If you put it on conservative, your guys will never try to hit stick. They're just always going to wrap up. If you put it on aggressive, they will try to hit stick, and that's, in my opinion, I think that's what you want to have on. Especially if you got those enforcers, all that shit. Yeah, you're going to want to have aggressive on. I'd say this, either put it on balanced or put it on aggressive. Me, it's going on aggressive. Alright? Alright, so now this is the thing everyone's confused about, right? Personally, I'm not 100% on these yet. I will drop another video when I'm 100% on these, but from what I know right now, this is usually what I see people run. A lot of people I see, for the flats, they're putting it on about, I think, yeah, flats I've seen, they're putting them on 20s. Curl flats, I've seen the people putting them on 25. And hooks, they're putting those on about 15. This, because I watch a lot of people stream Madden. I'm not 100%. This is like their default. Like when they start the game up, this is what they immediately do. So like, this is what they're doing. I'm not 100% on these yet, so I'm not gonna say to do this right now. I'm just running default for now until I 100% know what these do. But and when I say streamers, these are people that have won Madden championships and shit, right? So I'm not sitting here like just saying, oh, anybody like yeah my boy. No. These are what some really good people are doing. Like, as soon as they start the game, they do the adjustment. They put this on. I would just say do default for now, right? Just rock default. Look, I'm going to drop a video when I 100% know this shit. But for now, just rock the default. Unless you're like, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. Go ahead. But yeah. Alrighty, so now we are on the offensive side of the ball. And thankfully, Madden just let... You can just switch to defense and offense. Defense, though, I don't got to sit here. Alright. Let me go back all the way out. You know what I mean? Thank fucking God. Making my life easier. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so deep pass catching. Look, if you put it on conservative, they're never going to try to, they're not going to go for the aggressive catch, right? So if you put it on conservative, it's automatically going to, like, go for the rack. Which, I don't know why you would ever want to do that. You put it on aggressive, they're always going to go for the ag. In my opinion, leave it on balanced, because you're the most of the time you're the one clicking on and making the receiver doing the swerve, or if you want to do a rack, you're pressing it, right? So just leave it alone, because you don't want the game doing it for you. Absolutely not. Leave it on balanced, all right? Intermediate pass catching, right? If you put this on conservative, guess what? They're gonna always possession it. They're always gonna go for the possession, right? At the end of the day, do not touch the receiving ones, right? You don't want to touch these receiving ones, because you want to be the one that tells the receiver, do you want to do a rack? Do you want to do aggressive? Do you want to do a possession? If you do this, the game's going to try to do it for you. That's retarded. Don't ever touch this. Now, the blocking, carrying, these are the ones where sometimes you might want to change, right? Aggressive, they're going to... I don't understand it, but like supposedly it's supposed to help you block. The only thing I've ever changed is blocking. When you put blocking on, I've seen people use it and they get the flags, holding, this and that. And in my opinion, I don't think it helps at all. Like, and if you put on conservative, it basically makes your guys block worser. It's supposed to make them block worser. Like it. I just wouldn't touch it. It doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. I think that they're overdoing with this. I think this needs to be taken out the game. You know what I mean? But ball carrying, this is the only one I've ever actually touched. You put it on conservative. You can't do any jukes. You can't do any spins. It's to make sure you don't fumble the ball. It helps you. You can fumble it, but it's a lot harder. It's basically for a fourth quarter. You're trying to run the ball out. You don't want to turn it over. Get the game over with. Boom. Put it on conservative. You put it on a aggressive. I've never done it, but I guess it's supposed to make you break tackles, juke even better. Don't ever put it on aggressive. It just doesn't make sense. Like, would you want an increased chance of a fumble when you could just leave it on balance and it's just there you go? Like, what, bro? If you're ever going to change ball carrying, put it on conservative. You're just trying to be careful. Don't ever put it on aggressive. Do not ever touch the receiving ones and block. The only thing you should ever touch on offense is if you're going to put ball carrying on conservative, right? So we got it all down packed. Offense. I made this video Madden 20. Only thing that's really different here is we're talking about is this shit here, which I'm not 100% on yet. Like I said, we still on the 10-hour trial, which I've been milking it. I am on my third 10-hour right now. I ain't gonna lie, I've been grinding. I'm trying to get good at this, man. So that's what are we at here? Almost 10 minutes in. Damn, I've been talking a lot. Look, man, I ain't trying to hold y'all here for a while. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. I'm out.